Gabriel Gutierrez, and my business is Donut Below.
Artlist.io.
You know, donuts can be, a toss-up whether they're healthy or not. Working with my mom here, this is our original location for the tortilla and chip manufacturing business. But I was working with her at the other location where we produce corn chips and corn tortillas. And her and I were having some difficulties working together as, parents have with their kids, those relationship issues. And so, on one hand she's my mom and on the other hand she's my boss. And sometimes you have to keep them separate, but I couldn't. And it created some issues. And so she had an opportunity arise where the owners of the donut shop across the street from this location wanted to get out of the business and hand it off to the next generation or whatever it was going to be. And they offered it up to an experienced and respected person in our community, which was my mom. But my mom couldn't do the deal for XYZ reason. But she said, you know what, this might be a good opportunity for my son to, test his leadership skills and see if what he thinks about business is actually what it's all about. So she pawned it off to me, and somehow or another I was able to get the deal done so that I could purchase the donut shop. And man, that was an experience being a part of a Latin community, majority Latin community here in Southwest Detroit, Latino. It's the bomb. It really is. So it's a culture that I grew up in. It's one that has adopted well. I would say to American values at large as well.
My name is Faye Chapman. I'm the owner / founder / CEO of Carrot Cake with a Twist.
Artlist.io.
I had no intention of baking and becoming a baker and building a business around pastry. I could not stand baking at all. I had a friend who approached me because I had suffered profound hearing loss, and out of nowhere, undiagnosed. They don't know why it happened, but my hearing went out, and a friend of mine texted me and she said, while you're waiting on disability, why don't you supplement your income by baking those carrot cakes that you bake that everybody loves? And I reluctantly did it, but over time, like in a couple of months, people started ordering the cakes, and actually I was getting a little upset because I didn't want to bake like that. But they kept ordering the cakes, and before long I said, you know what, I'm very creative, so I'm not liking doing just carrot cake. Let's see what else I can do with the carrot cake. That's when I started incorporating cheesecakes in the center of the carrot cake. A lot of people love that. And a childhood friend who told me, she said, eating makes me happy. That stayed with me for years, and I thought about it. If you really pay attention to people when they come together, family meals or friends, when you want to go on a date, most people say you want to go grab something to eat. It's just a way of fellowshipping and coming together and talking and spending time. So I do think that food do bring people together. I think Carrot Cake with a Twist adds to that because I think that it gives people an experience. It's not just having a dessert, but no matter what they're doing, I think that once they get into our desserts, it kind of brings another conversation, or it goes to another level because it brings you an experience. They get to talking about the desserts and, and how, oh my God, I've never had anything like this before. And the way people talk about it, giving up and throwing in the towel is just not in our DNA. But that's because my Heavenly Father did not make us those that give up or those that don't have hope. He gives us that hope. So even in that process, I never felt hopeless. I felt there was a purpose for it. And with this business now I can see this was the purpose, and sharing my story in my own community has inspired so many people. And some people who you would maybe deem unapproachable or fearful to approach, being able to go and tell them, come get a dessert, and then that opens the door because it softens them. And it opens the door for me to be able to have a conversation with them and ask them questions about what are their dreams, what are their goals, and then kind of giving them that push to go in the right direction. So that's the blessing that I find in doing this in my own community, and possibly even bringing a dessert they wouldn't get in this community. They would have to go to the suburbs to purchase what we offer, and we offer it at a reasonable price because we know who our customer base is. But we still want them to be blessed by what we create.
Artlist.io